Welcome to the Voice of Texas Veterans, a production of Texas Veterans Commission, speaking up for Texas veterans since 1927.
What you need to know about claims compensation. Thank you for joining us. I'm Julia Connor, Communications and Outreach at Texas Veterans Commission. We're the state agency that helps veterans, family members, and survivors access the state and federal benefits they've earned. We file disability claims and appeals, and we help veterans navigate the VA medical care system. We prepare veterans for the civilian job search. We have answers about the GI Bill and important information about the Hazelwood Education Act, which benefits qualified Texas veterans and qualified dependents. Our Women Veterans Program connects women veterans with their benefits. Veterans who want to start or grow a business can get support from our own veteran business consultants. We have peer service coordinators, part of our mental health department, which also assists justice-involved veterans and works with local communities on suicide prevention and fighting veteran homelessness. All our services come at no cost to the veteran, and all are listed on our website, tvc.texas.gov. Now, I mentioned claims first of all. That is our busiest department. We have claims benefits advisors all over the state, most in VA hospitals and clinics, some in veteran one-stops, some on Texas military installations. Trying to file a claim by yourself can feel pretty overwhelming. That's why we have claims benefits advisors like Will Chick. Will is a Marine Corps veteran. He also served in the Navy Reserve, deploying to Iraq twice. Will is here to answer some of the most commonly asked questions veterans have about claims. First of all, Will, explain to us, what does it actually mean to file a disability claim?
Essentially, that means that you are asserting that as a result of your service, you acquired some sort of a chronic condition. So that could be a physical condition like a knee or a back injury. It could be a mental health condition like PTSD or anxiety disorder. That could be a disease process like diabetes, for example. When we file the claim, we're asserting that in some way we think that that was caused by our military service. And that could be something directly happened in our service that caused us to have this condition, or it could be something based off of a toxic exposure, such as Agent Orange or Gulf War hazards or the burn pits or shipborne hazards or what have you.
Okay, so now that we know what it means to file a claim, what are some common mistakes that veterans can make when filing their disability claim?
There's a lot of them. One might be not getting assistance when they're filing a claim. Another might be downplaying their conditions or not filing for something that they should have filed for, not considering all things that are considered by the VA a disability as something they might want to claim. Ultimately, I would say the best way to avoid any of those mistakes is to talk with a veteran service organization like Texas Veterans Commission. We have a lot of representatives in the state of Texas that would be happy to help you avoid those mistakes.
What can a veteran do if their claim is denied for not being service-connected?
First and foremost, you should talk to a veteran service organization like Texas Veterans Commission. We'd be happy to help you understand that denial. And once we understand it, then we can guide you to the most effective way to appeal it, either with a supplemental review by providing evidence that was missing on the first review of the case, or as a higher level review where a more experienced VA employee will do a de novo review of the case without considering the previous decision. Or if it comes to that, we can file an appeal to the Board of Veterans Appeals. In that sort of case, it goes outside the VA altogether, and a decision would be made by a veterans law judge.
What's the most common mistake a veteran can make during their CNP exam?
I would say the most common mistake veterans make is downplaying their conditions. They're there to be evaluated. In the military, we develop a culture of being tough and not being a complainer. But when we do these CMP exams, the point of them is to find out the functional impact or severity of the disability. So it's important that we are extremely honest and accurate when reporting the severity of our symptoms in order to get an accurate rating.
How about this one? The veteran says they've never deployed to a combat zone. Now, can they still be eligible for disability compensation?
If you injured yourself in training or in garrison and you have an ongoing chronic condition as a result of that, you're just as entitled to disability compensation to somebody who injured themselves in combat. If you have a chronic disability that you believe was caused by some incident or injury in service, then I would highly encourage you to file a claim for that.
So now what about mental health? A veteran asks, If I'm having some mental health issues along with my physical disability, how does my mental health problems affect my overall rating?
With mental health disabilities, they would get factored into your combined rating like any other disability. Mental health disabilities can be rated in increments of 10 between 0 and 100%. So it kind of depends on the severity or the functional impact of the mental health condition, but it could make a very impactful difference on your overall rating.
Okay, so now let's just talk about any rating for any disability. Is it possible for the VA to take away or downgrade a veteran's rating?
That can happen. Sometimes the VA can find a clear and unmistakable error in a previous grant, or what happens probably more often is a veteran will file to have a condition reevaluated, and rather than find that the condition has worsened, the VA may find that it has improved, and then they will propose to reduce the disability. But the veteran has due process rights. So before the VA can reduce you, they would have to first propose the reduction, and you would have 60 days to respond to that and request a hearing. If the VA does ultimately decide to go through with the reduction, you do still retain all your appeal rights. So you can do a supplemental review, a higher level review, or an appeal to the Board of Veterans Appeals if it comes to that.
This one kind of confuses me. What's the difference between 100% VA rating and a 100% permanent and total rating?
The main difference is the prognosis. With the 100% permanent and total, the VA is saying they don't expect the disabilities to improve with time. With regular 100%, there's one or more of those disabilities they must have put a future exam on, meaning they pre-planned to reevaluate the condition when they granted it. In addition to, just how the VA considers for permanent and total, being permanent and total can open up some significant benefits for a veteran and their family members, such as forgiveness of student loans, CHAMP VA, which is a sort of health insurance for disabled veterans' dependents, and for hiring preference for the spouses of veterans who are rated 100% permanent and total.
Will, what happens to the veteran's benefits when the veteran passes away?
It's a really good question. When a veteran passes away, their disability compensation will stop. However, there is the possibility that the dependents of that veteran could be entitled to either dependency and indemnity compensation if the death was service-connecting, or survivor's pension if it's not. And Texas Veterans Commission would be happy to help with those claims.
Have you ever worked with a veteran whose life was changed because of a successful disability claim?
Many times. VA disability claims have taken veterans out of poverty and homelessness and provided education for the veterans' children, given stability to their lives, given them dignity in their old age. In more ways than I can count, a VA disability claim can change your life in a positive direction.
Well, thank you for all of the information you've given us. One more question. What advice can you give to a veteran who wants to file a claim but doesn't know where to start?
I would say a good place to start would be talking to Texas Veterans Commission. We have representatives throughout the state who are available to help you in person or over the phone. You can schedule an appointment for a telephone interview, and we can get most things done over the phone these days as long as you have access to the internet and your email.
Thank you. Will Chick, Claims Benefits Advisor for Texas Veterans Commission. Veterans, go to our website, tvc.texas.gov. Click on Claims and make a claims appointment. Like Will says, it can be a phone appointment. And please help our older veterans get online and make an appointment too. tvc.texas.gov. We have healthcare advocates to help eligible veterans deal with VA medical care. Veteran career advisors help with employment. We have an education department. Veteran business consultants who can help veterans start or grow a business. Our Women Veterans Program with coordinators to reach out to women veterans. Our mental health department. And a grants directory where veterans can find veteran-serving nonprofits in your area that can provide direct assistance to veterans and their families. Or call the info line 1-800-252-VETS. That's 1-800-252-VETS. Texas Veterans Commission is also on LinkedIn, Instagram, X, and Facebook. Send us a message, ask a question. We'll get the answer for you. I'm Julia Connor. Thank you for listening to The Voice of Texas Veterans, a production of Texas Veterans Commission. Helping veterans starts here.